Well, with 31 races in the books, the Castrol GTX Cup Series for Season 29 is down to the final 3 races of the season here, as stop number 32 of the season brings us back to where the second race of the season was held, Rockingham for the running of the AC Delco 400s. Were set for 59 laps of racing on this 1.017 mile racetrack known as the Rock. And we have a 3-way points race happening right now here, coming into this race here between Cole Deaver, Jessica Shelton, and Kyle Matthews. 71 points separated the front 3 cars for the championship, and that may change today, or that will probably change today, obviously. Will it be for the better for Cole, or will it be for the worse? We'll find out. Here, Deaver does start outside pole for today's racer, so that may be a good start for him here. But starting from the pole and beating him out for the pole is Kat Batson in car number 70. In the Aussie Hair Care Products Ford, she's on the pole for this race here. Deaver's starts on the outside. Row 2 has Charles Sanford in 03, the winner of the season at Michigan. He's alongside William Brock in car number 4. Brock won the second Talladega race of the season. Third row sees Zach Rogers in 97 and number 17, Jesse Turner. Row 4 sees a couple of surprises, Mike Wayne Robinson in 28 and Alex Miller in 95. Miller had a really good run at Miller and Robinson both had good runs going at Charlotte the last race in the tour, but both of them had problems late in the race. Fourth row sees Seth Cole in 25, or I should say, no, fifth row, sees Seth Cole in 25 and 3-time winner season so far, Mike Becker. 2 of those wins came at Charlotte, and the third one came at Richmond. Next row has Mason Wood in 52 and 59, Zachary Fitzwater. Next row after that will be Levi Mcintyre in 99 and Jessica Shelton in car number 9. Both of them carry in-car cameras in today's race. Next row has a couple of Ford Fusions here. Dylan Young in 2, the Daytona 500 champion, and number 6, Nathan Hudson. Next row down will be car number 39. It is Keith Batson, who won a second North Wilkesboro race this season. He's alongside Matt McIntyre, number 14. Next row, Cole Baker in 11 and 69, Kev Shearer. Next row down has car number 93. It is Zach Winkle, and number 60, Joshua Osborne. Next row down has 2-time winner season, Kyle Matthews. Matthews usually runs good at the Rock, so we'll see what happens here today for him. He won at Watkins Glen and the second Dover race this season. Beside him will be the man who won the second Pocono race this season. It's Phil Parker in car number 5, the man they call the Raging Cajun. Next row down will be car number 86, Daniel Bouchard, who had fresh off a third-place run he had at Charlotte. And beside him will be Trent Dunham in car number 1. Next row down, the Brickyard 400 champion, Dylan Poteet, and number 89, Quentin Moore, who's won twice this season. He won at Bristol and Riverside. Next row down is Johnny Gardner in 81 and Nicky Martinez in 24. Then it's number 42, Angel Navarro. And number 16, Rafael LeDuc. 2-time winner season so far. He won the first Pocono race of the season, and he also won the first Atlanta race of the season. Of course, we'll be heading to Atlanta for the finale this season in a couple races from now. Next row down is James Sykes in 55 and number 8, Rob Evans. Next row has Colton Schwartz in 51 and number 7, Logan Williams. Next row has number 36, Natan Amadeo, and 66, Jordan Anderson. And starting shotgun will be the winner of the first Michigan race of the season, Nathan Ormond in 94, and then alongside of him will be number 01, Jack Mitchell. So Rockingham, Phoenix, and Atlanta is all that's left this season. Then the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 29. And of course, both truck series will be heading to Rockingham after the first race of the season, which as always will start at Daytona, which will be run under the lights. But we're focusing on the ending this season here for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As here comes the command to fire the engines for the running of the AC Delco 400.
Gentlemen, Start your engines!
Command given the front engines, and watch the pace car as watch the drunk pace car driver as he'll run into the wall. That's been the tradition at Rockingham lately, so yeah. As the pace car ducks off, as the pace car moves on the racetrack and leads the field onto the track for the pace lap, we'll be back for the start right after this. Field maneuvering through turns 3 and 4 as you have a Ford Chevrolet front row here. Chevrolet had 3 of the top 5 spots in qualifying here. Only a Ford has the number 1 spot, and the Dodge has the 5th spot. Pace car on the pit road as the green flag flies. Cat Batson and Cole Deaver will lead him down. The green flag waves, and we're underway here at Rockingham. I mentioned Jessica Shelton and Levi Mcintyre will have 2 of our in-car cameras. Our third one will lie in the car of Joshua Osborne. Those will be the 3 cameras for today's race here at the Rock. As Cat Batson leads the first lap here, Devers goes to second position, Charles Sanford to third, fourth is Zach Rogers, and going to fifth is Mike Wayne Robinson as they come off turn number 2. Going there between Seth Cole, Mason Wood, William Brock, and Levi McIntyre going at it here. Riding on board with Levi McIntyre, the number 99 Marvel Studios WWE Zed Bellringer Ford. Go off into turn number 1 here. McIntyre moves to the low side of Brock for position as they come off the 4th corner. And McIntyre moves alongside, tries to pull ahead of William Brock. Does not have it for this moment here. Brock has the high side to his advantage as they come off the 2nd corner. And meantime, here comes number 52. That's Mason Wood, and inside of him inside of Seth Cole and Zach Rogers, both 3 wide racing, and give it to Wood as he bumps Seth just a little bit. So Mason having a very good one right now. He's at the 5th position here, the number 52 machine. Mason's one of those drivers who can quietly surprise you, though. He's had an okay season so far. At least, but as we watch the front 3 cars pull ahead here, Cat Batson continues to lead, Cole Deaver second, trying to pile up those points in his quest for a second Castrol GTX Cup Series championship. And so far, seeing where the others are running right now, he's doing a pretty good job of doing so right now. As so far, Kyle Matthews right now runs 14th, and Jessica Shelton has dropped to 24th right now at this point, but they'll make that 26th though. So that the race is still young though, as this race is 59 laps in length, and 7 of them are about to be completed. So 52 laps left remain here at North Carolina Motor Speedway. Charles Sanford looking to the low side right now, trying to take second position away from Deaver there. So the top 3 remains intact there. A Ford being chased by 2 Chevrolets. Then you got another Ford in 4th with Mike Wayne Robinson, in 5th position another Chevrolet in Mason Wood. Levi McIntyre's in 6th position. Dylan Young is 7th. 8th is Seth Cole. 9th is Keith Batson, and Cole Baker right now is in 10th position. 11th is Zach Linkle. 12th is Kyle Matthews. He's moved up a couple spots here since we talked about him. Zach Rogers is 13th. Jesse Turner's now 14th. 15th is Johnny Gardner. Angel Navarro 16th. 17th is Dylan Poteet. 18th right now is Mike Becker. Daniel Bouchard's 19th, and 20th is James Sykes, with Nathan Hudson going to the low side now. And speaking of another Nathan Ormond has moved up from 39th up to 23rd right now. Or let's see what he's clocked at this time by. He has got Matt McIntyre on his tail right now for position. And Ormond that time by clocked in 23rd position. There, Matt McIntyre behind him in 24th. And Quentin Moore has also dropped back in the number 89 car, as he's another one of the drivers who's fighting for a top 5 spot in the point standings, as is this guy, Zach Rogers. And now we look at the rest of the field right here. James Sykes is battling with the 24 Nicky Martinez, Rafael LeDuc behind him. Then you got Zach Fitzwater, Kev Shears also sliding back, as is Joshua Osborne. He also is sliding back. He's down to 30th right now in the number 60 machine. William Brock has also slid back. He's 31st, and another one slipping back and didn't need to as of this point. Jessica Shelton is slipping back. She's now getting passed by Alex Miller in the 95 and Jack Mitchell in the 01. Logan Williams also down there, as is Bill Parker, Trent Dunham. Shelton getting hung out to dry, as we say in flight racing, but cannot find a line down on the low side here, as Trent Dunham is getting by, and Jordan Anderson, the 66 car, is also down there, as you go for a ride with Jessica Shelton in the number 9 car. And now Anderson and Dunham both finally get by, and just that time by drops to 39. And now she finally finds a lane down the low side, and Tana Amadeo's by was behind her in 40th. So Jess hoping to now try to find her way back to the front here, because she knows Cole Deaver is out here up front though, and still running right there behind Kat Madsen, who continues to lead this race right now. As we're about to complete the 16th lap of this race here, we'll be down to 43 laps remaining in this race here at Rockingham Speedway. Averaging 155.707 right now. The fast lap race so far is being recorded by Mason Wood at 158.268 miles an hour. That's slower than what they qualified. They qualified at over 160 miles an hour here at the Rock. You've seen the speed's a little bit slower than that. The next race on the tour at Phoenix for the Subway 500. And that track, of course, the speeds of upwards of about almost 140 miles an hour on that track here with the new Phoenix configuration that we've now been running since about season 23. So, as we watch the front 2 cars battle out here, Cole Deaver trying to get by Kat Batson right now in the 70 car. And Deaver is closing up. It's 1200 of a second between the front 2 cars right now for position. This is for the lead here. Sanford following behind in 3rd position right now in the 03 machine. Then Robinson, Wood, Dylan Young, and Seth Cole. And here comes Deaver for the top spot. Is he going to get the 5 points for leading a lap? Close to the line? No, he doesn't. Batson led that time by, and now Charles Sanford trying to push Cole to the front, and Cole Deaver takes the lead here at Rockingham. So Cat Batson now behind him in 2nd position here, or tries to hold off Charles Sanford now for 2nd position now, as Charles sticks the nose at that red 03 to the low side. There it is, and Cole Deaver also will get his 5 points for leading a lap, something he didn't do at Charlotte, the last race on the tour. And to make matters worse for Deaver, he got caught up in a early race crash that dropped him to a next to last finish, finishing 39th in that race. And while some of the other guys gained on him in the field here in the points, and that's why you got a points race like it is right now coming in this race at 71 points, separating the top 3 spots. But the way it's going right now, Deaver's going to balloon that lead the way it's going right now. As they come off turn number 4, Sanford remains in 3rd position right now in the number 03 car. Dylan Young's up to 6th position. Seth Cole 7th. Keith Batson's 8th. 9th is Cole Baker. 10th is Zach Winkler. As you got a couple of Ohio buddies battling it out here. Levi Mcintyre versus Kyle Matthews. McIntyre's 11th. Matthews running in 12th. So Kyle's the 2nd driver running out of the championship contenders right now. He's changing the finish right now. He's the second highest. Zach Rogers 13th, Turner still 14th, and Gardner still 15th right now. And look and see where everybody's running right now in the field. You look at Logan Williams in the 7 car running in 32nd position. There's Phil Parker, Trent Dunham. Jessica Shelton's not made much headway right now through the field here. She's gotten by Rafael LeDuc and William Brock. So Shelton down to 36th position right now. And I tell you, they're not going to want to bring that car obviously back to for the next race on the tour at Phoenix. So they completely missed the setup, but definitely on that number 9 car. And after she started, she had a decent qualifying run too. She started this race about middle of the pack here. And meantime, Cole Deaver has dropped back though. Cat Batson goes back to the top spot now. Deaver has dropped 2. Let's see where he's at. He's dropped down to 8th position now in the number 3 car. So Deaver led his few laps though, and he got moved back up, and he got moved up the track. And now Cat Batson's back to the front, and Charles Sanford now in hot pursuit. So Deaver's going to try to want to make his way back up to the field right now. And if you notice one thing with the lap times right up on the screen right there, of course the lap times up on the top of the screen here. The laps slowed down a lot here at the Rock, though. This track we refer to this track being referred to as sandpaper to the tires, obviously, because the tires it's rough, it's hard on tires, much like Darlington, and your lap times do fall off at those 2 tracks. So as they come off the second turn right now. And we got a battle going on for position right there. Dylan Young takes this position from Mike Wayne Robinson. Robinson slowed down dramatically going into the turn. So drop Mike down from, he was running 3rd. He's now down to 6th. Just ahead of Keith Batson and Cole Deaver. So Sanford now goes to 2nd position, and Mason Wood is up to 3rd spot now in the number 52 car. And don't count Mason out just yet right there. Here, we talk about surprise winners sometimes in the series, though. He might do so. He might do it here. He might possibly. He's in contention of possibly pulling it off here, but we're not. But we're still got some racing left to go. Though we'll be completing the 32nd lap this time by, and we'll be down to 27 to go. But Wood to the low side down for the number 2 spot. And he's got it. Takes it from Charles Samper going into turn number 1, and he'll bring Dylan Young with him. And that's letting Cat Batson pull ahead there. Cat Batson, by the way, has not won since 2 seasons ago at North Wilkesboro in the Tyson Holly Worms 400, where a race that her husband Keith won this season. So both the Batsons have now officially won on that track, and Charles Sanford's now going backwards in that number 03 car. As we watch from the copter cam, Seth Cole's gotten by him now in the 25 car, so moves Seth into the 4th position now. Number 25, Liberty University Flat Out Racing Network Chevrolet. On turn number 4 they come as we watch Cat Batson continue to lead this bunch. That's the top 5 cars on your screen. They come down the backstretch into turn number 3 here, and look who's now coming up behind Deaver. It's Kyle Matthews in the 91 car. Matthews up to 10th. Off into turn number 1 they come here. Now Matthews trying to look to the low side of Cole Baker for position. You got the 2 Coles running right there together, Deaver and Baker. One's a Chevrolet, the other a Toyota. And then you got Matthews' Pontiac trying to get by him, trying to get by 1, 2, maybe even 3 cars up ahead, because Keith Batson's not far ahead of him neither in that number 39 car. That yellow, that green, white, and yellow Ford. So you got KB Enterprises having all 3 of their cars so far in the top 5. All 3 of their cars in the top 10 spots here. Keith Batson running in. Well, he was running 7th, and now Cole Deaver's taking 7th position away from him now. And he maybe dropped to 8th position, maybe even 9th now as they come off turn number 2. And maybe down to 10th, because here comes Kyle Matthews here. Yep, there goes Winkle and Mcintyre, Levi Mcintyre that is. So Keith's dropped out of the top 10 right now here in the number 39 machine. So I was getting ready to say Keith, the KB Enterprises cars have got all 3 cars in the top 10. And up we got just noticed we got a lead change that already happened. How about Mason Wood up to the top spot now in the 52 car? And giving chase is Dylan Young in the number 2 machine. Cat Batson has dropped down to 6th position in the 70 car. Can Mason Wood get his first victory? We're about to find out here in the final 19 laps of this race. So we'll see if he can hold on for 19, because he's got some good drivers behind him. Dylan Young, Seth Cole, Charles Sanford, all behind him. Mike Wayne Robinson may not be out of this neither in the 28 cars. He's in 5th position. Mike Wayne won at Talladega in Winston 500 earlier in the season. One of the first-time winners we've had this season so far. And Mason, as we mentioned, possibly could become another one. But like I said, we got still got some racing left to go. As we completed now the 41st lap, we're down to 18 to go. And Deaver loses another spot, and one of the drivers he does not want to lose a spot to, Kyle Matthews in the 91. Remember how good we said he usually is at the Rock? Well, there he is in the top 10. He's up to 8th position now, after starting about mid-pack. And to give a call to another surprise driver in the top 10, well, was in the top 10, or now under fire for the top 10, Zach Winkle. Well, he was running 10th, but now Levi Mcintyre has now gotten around him for that position here. Here comes Zach Rogers pulling up, along with Jesse Turner in the 17 car. Turner now moves inside of Rogers. So the 2 Dodges caught up in the high side now, and Kyle Matthews is now flying. He's moved past Cole Baker, and he's now moved past Mike Wayne Robinson, and now pulls up on the 70 at Cat Batson. So suddenly Kyle Matthews has turned the flame boosters on in that number 91 Racing Cane's Chicken Fingers Pontiac. Problem for Kyle, though, he's still 2 seconds behind the leader right now, which at this point being Mason Wood. It's not Mason Wood anymore. It's now Dylan Young who now takes the lead in the number 2 car. It takes the Wawa Outback Steakhouse Universal Studios Ford up to the top spot now. And Seth Cole now trying to get past Mason for position now. Moves down to the low side and moves Seth Cole to 2nd place now. Seth, as we mentioned, trying to look for that first victory of the season. The defending series champion, though, he's still looking to get a pretty decent finish in the points, though. It may not be the championship for Seth this season, but he is looking for he is currently 10th in points there, trying to stay in the top 10 this season. And once, but he's under fire from guys like Rafael LeDuc and Kev Shearer for position. Ten laps remain here. We'll be coming up on 10 to go here. We have 11 to go this time by here at the Rock. as we all completed 48 laps of this race here, 11 laps remaining. So Mason Woods down to third position, Charles Samper running in fourth. Battle for fifth raging on still between Cat Batson and Kyle Matthews. Cole Baker's in seventh position, Cole Beaver's in eighth, ninth is Levi Mcintyre, and Zach Winkle's gone back up to the 10th position on the 93 car. Jesse Turner's 11th, Johnny Gardner running 12th, 13th is Dylan Cote. Mike Winrons has dropped to 14th, and up from 39th to 15th. How about Nathan Orman coming on strong in the last few laps of this race? He's gotten by both Zach Rogers and Keith Batson. Keith Batson, who was in the top 10 for much of this race, he's dropped back. Suddenly, he's now down to 17th position right now. Rogers ahead of him in 16th. Angel Navarro's 18th. 19th is Quentin Moore. 20th is Nikki Martinez. And where's Jessica Shelton, you might ask? She is now currently running right now in the 32nd position, unfortunately for Jess, and that may just put a grip on her. It may just put a big grip on her chances for a 6th championship, possibly, because both Kyle Matthews and Cole Beaver are up in the top 10. In fact, Matthews has now gained a spot as he got by Cat Batson for 5th position. So Matthews, who is 71 points back at Beaver coming into this race, is sure to gain second place in the points, no question about it. But I mean, but as far as points are concerned, though, he's probably only going to gain. Let's see, Beaver led a lap though, so Matthews is going to gain. So Matthews is probably going to gain 8 points though, so that's going to be it's going to be down to 63 points coming out of Rockingham the way they're going right now. So that's what the points look like. What the points are probably going to look like, unless Matthews can gain a couple of more spots. He's closing up right now on Charles Sanford for 4th position right now. So they go down and go into turn number 3 right now. Seth Cole trying to close up, though, on Dylan Young. That's where the battle is up right now, is up front. So the margin is this time by. Seth was 4/10 of a second the last time by. That lost it a little bit. He's 4,700 this time by. Dylan Young in the number 2, Wawa Universal Studios Outback Steakhouse Ford. Winner of the Daytona 500 this season. He also won at Texas this season as well too. Early in both those races, those wins came early in the season. And he is hearing those words you like to hear from a crew chief. You're out front, and you're pulling away. Comes off the turn number 4, completing lap number 56 this time by. Would be down to 3 laps remaining. Seth Coldo still trying to find a way to close, and he did that time by 4,600 of a second. But 700 of a lap, that's not going to cut it. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here. Dylan Young completes another lap here. Now down to 2 to go. And Seth closed a little bit that time, but still not enough though. 4,300s. And meantime, Kyle has gotten close up on Charles Sanford for position. That's for 4 points. If Kyle can get by Charles, that'll be another 5 points he's gained. He'll gain on his lead. Or he'll gain on Beaver's lead here. The white flag waves meantime for Dylan Young. He has 1 lap remaining here at Rockingham, North Carolina. As they come through turn number 2. He won the Daytona 500 this season. He also won at Texas Motor Speedway. Those were both early in the season. He gets one late in the season off turn number 4. And there's the checker flag. Dylan Young wins the AC Delco 400 at Rockingham. So chalk one up for the man from the state of Florida, Dylan Young. Takes the win here today as he dominates basically the last 10 laps of this race here, pretty much. I mean, he got out front there, took the lead from Mason Wood late in the going, and stayed there. Seth Cole comes from second. Mason Wood, though, he got close to a window, but he still ends up with a strong third-place run, his best run of the season, probably best run of his career, I think, too, in this series, if I may be so perfectly honest. Charles Saver comes on fourth. He holds off Kyle Matthews for that spot. Matthews finishes fifth. Does what he needs to do, though, to gain points on Beaver in the points chase. So, but running out of races, though, we're down to 2 to go. We're down to 2 races to go now. Just Phoenix and Atlanta, and that's it for the season. But Matthews with a strong 5th place run here. Kat Batson comes on 6th. It looks like she dominated much of this race, though, too. Here, Cole Baker, a good solid run, finishing 7th. 8th will go to Cole Deaver. He didn't let Matthews get too far. He didn't let Matthews get too far ahead, though, I don't think. Zach Winkle, another top 10 finish. He comes on finishing 9th, and is Johnny Gardner back? I would guess, because he comes home in 10th position. First top 10 in a long time, though, for Evans Gardner Motorsports here, as they get a good top 10 run out of this whole deal. So, that being said, I will give you the rest of the running order in this race here. Dylan Pote comes from 11th. Nathan Orman comes from 39th to 12th. So if he doesn't get the Hard Charger Award, and Meet the Challenge Award, I should say, then it may be darn close. Jesse Turner got by Angel Navarro to finish 13th. Navarro comes home 14th. 15th will go to Nicky Martinez. Levi McIntyre dropped to 16th. Then Mike Wayne Robinson 17th. Quentin Moore 18th. Mike Becker 19th. And Zachary Fitzwater will finish in 20th position. Here, Zach Rogers dropped to 21st. Kev Shearer 22nd. Joshua Osborne 23rd. Matt McIntyre 24th. Then Rob Evans, Keith Batson, Nathan Hudson, Phil Parker. Jessica Shelton drops to 29th in the final running order. She moved up a little bit, though, since we last talked about her, but not much. And Alex Miller, who had a great qualifying run, well, he dropped to 30th, sadly for him. Rafael LeDuc, Trent Dunham, Jordan Anderson, William Brock, James Sykes, Daniel Bouchard, Colton Schwartz, Logan Williams, Nathan Amadeo, and Jack Mitchell was the final running order in this race, though. So all 40 cars finished, and all 40 of them on the lead lap. So that will do it here today at Rockingham, North Carolina. Here, congratulations again to Dylan Young, the winner of the AC Delco 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires for his channel, and Seth is also the man who runs the main series on this channel, the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. Be sure to check his series out as well as our other 2 series here. One from Thrash Maniac 99, that's Levi McIntyre's channel. He does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series, and from our race winner Dylan Young, he's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series on his channel X86753098588X. So give those 2 channels a subscribe. For some other great NNSCRA action. And also, as I mentioned, give the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel a subscribe and check out Seth Cole's Duracell Cup Series as well, too. So that will do it here today at the Rock. 2 races left to go, Phoenix and Atlanta, and that's all that's left to go on the season. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline Racing at its best. We will see you at Phoenix for the Subway 500.